Hi, I'm Kate Mulligan-Brown, the SMB Director of Marketing at O2. COVID has been such a major impact on business, small and medium businesses in the UK in the last year. There's lots of reasons for that. Small businesses have smaller cash reserves than larger ones. It's harder for them to survive in difficult times. And actually, we weren't surprised to see that the majority of small businesses said that the pandemic was the biggest cause of their negative performance throughout 2020. I mean, small retailers especially were hit hard. And when you look at the decline in sales that they've had to survive between Q2 2019 and 2020, when the first lockdown happened, it's been 6 times bigger than the big recession in 2008. But, when faced with challenges, there have been opportunities arise too. And through O2 Business analysis of the Companies House data, we saw that nearly 200,000 new companies were launched in the first 3 months of lockdown. So, from speaking to our own customers, we know that some businesses are thriving whilst others are just surviving, in different industries, and even businesses within the same industry are not all going through the same thing. Some industries like construction, they've seen growth, but they're actually facing other challenges, dealing with the public perception that they shouldn't be working despite being allowed to. So we commissioned the Centre for Economic Business Research to look into the impacts that uncertainty and change had on small business in the UK in 2020. During the first lockdown, GDP fell by 1/5. But it isn't just COVID that's impacting business. Prior to that, there's still lots of unpredictable challenges that they face, whether that's government policy, disrupted weather. Winter months are really quiet for some sectors, primarily manufacturing. August is another quiet month with lots of people going on summer holidays. But of course, for other people, it's a peak period of business. I guess what the report showed us is that every business is different and has different needs. If you're seasonal, you don't want to be paying for things all year round that you don't need. And our customers are really, really resilient, and this year's proven that. But it's important that as O2, we're seen as a partner who can give businesses the control and flexibility to move forwards and not constrain them just based on what they need today. When we look at what advice we can give to businesses to help them when they're struggling, I think the first thing to remember is that we can really predict how external factors are going to impact business. And we recognize how critical it can be for business to be able to adapt when their circumstances change. I think, one great thing to do is really assess your business fixed costs to ensure they're fit for purpose. And that can help you flex and adapt to the peaks and troughs in activity throughout the year. That's not just relevant for large businesses. That's relevant whether you're a small business of 2 or a larger one of 400. And an average of over 30% of businesses agree that their phone costs remain the same, even when something like headcount falls and their demand falls. We've spent a lot of time over the past year really talking to O2 customers who have pivoted, and we've used the information about them pivoting and how they've adapted to understand how we can continue making our products flexible enough to suit their changing needs. We want customers to be able to buy for today, but have the confidence that they can change their services in the future and not be locked in. We have some great O2 ambassadors who are using the need to change as an opportunity. For example, one of our O2 ambassadors, they're the owners of the Boulangerie Flottante, a boat in London. It's set up in lockdown to offer fresh pastries and coffees. They take orders via social media, and they're a great example of the entrepreneurial spirit. We love that so much about the British community. Okay, yes, they picked a trendy kind of photogenic location, but it's their clever use of technology that's allowed them to build up a customer base from scratch in these tough times. So O2 Business can help business flex. We have the ultimate flexible packages to help small and medium-sized businesses. Our tailored packages are complete with automatic data rollover, so you never ever lose out on data you've already paid for. Our solutions have flexible tariffs, so you can flex your data allowances up and down each billing cycle, depending on how business needs change. This is really key to helping businesses flex. We know it's not all about growing. Sometimes you might be having a downtime. Our range of flexible add-on business apps to help employees stay productive no matter where they need to work, including things like Office 365, McAfee, and Sophos, and a range of contract links, again, so that businesses can pick one that suits, all the way from 30 days to 3 years. For more information about Business Flex and how O2 can help your business flex, search O2 Flex Your Business.